Hey everybody, it's January already and we'll be starting the new ELA session in a couple of weeks. And so today let's talk about an easy, fun, and energizing way that you can set your students and yourself up for success right off the bat. It's really pretty simple. It's just prioritizing community building right away. So why might we want to prioritize community building? The first one is to lower the affective filter. You may remember the affective filter or feelings filter from training, or really, let's be honest, we talk about it all the time. But this is the idea that our emotions impact our language learning. And when we feel motivated and respected and relaxed and part of a community, we're actually more able to learn language. So by focusing on community building, you're actually setting your students up for more efficient language acquisition. Building community helps us accommodate students who have experienced trauma. According to research, we can assume that many or all of our students have experienced at least one potentially traumatic event, either prior to their arrival in the States, on their journey to the States, post-arrival, and all of the above. And we know that trauma impacts our brain and has impacts on language acquisition. We also know that when folks feel safe, when they feel like they're part of a community, that helps mitigate the impact of trauma on the brain. So we can honor our students' resilience and accommodate their needs by using the research-backed strategy of building a supportive, welcoming class community. And finally, student retention. We know that a strong class community leads to higher student retention because class becomes a place where students feel welcomed, where they can see their English class friends, and experience social connection that they may not have access to outside of class, depending on how linguistically isolated they are. So how do we do it? Well, the place to start is with student names. We want to learn students' names and help classmates learn each other's names. Because getting names right can help create a learning environment in which students feel respected and valued. And really, you don't have to get it right away. I know we feel a lot of pressure around names, but just show that you're trying and you're practicing. And there are many tools online that you can use to help learn how to pronounce student names. I like one called Forvo. So here on Forvo, it asks you to book a trial lesson and all that. You don't need to do that. Just put your name in here. So let's say we have a student named Ahmed. I search it. And what I like about Forvo is that it gives me all of these different languages that Ahmed might be pronounced in. So I can find the accent that might best match the student's home accent. And then it gives me the pronunciation. Of course, you can also use name tints and name tags. Keep using them throughout the session so that, as new folks come in, they can learn their classmates' names. And maximize pair and group work throughout the session, because when students interact, they're going to be more likely to learn each other's names. And finally, you can make notes about what you know about each person on your class list. That's going to help you remember, make the face to name connection. We want to prioritize icebreaker or get to know you activities in the first 2 weeks. And I know it can be tempting to want to jump right into English teaching. But remember, our goal isn't to churn through as many topics as possible. Truly, the content is secondary to the confidence. Building community first helps students build the confidence that will help them take linguistic risks in and out of class, which will help them build more confidence, which will help them take more risks, which will help them build more confidence, etc. You can find a number of get to know you activities in the first week lesson plans that Lizzie will send you soon. And I've also linked some of my favorites in the newsletter here. Of course, it's also super important to learn about what the students want and need. Have the class vote on topics sometime within the first 2 weeks, and I've linked that lesson plan in the newsletter for you. Continue to learn about students' needs with surveys and conversation activities throughout the session. You can use a tool to connect outside of class. I personally have had really good luck with a WhatsApp class group. Students, you know, put news in there and they post little emojis, and I can update with notes and assignments, and it's just a great way to keep people in touch beyond those 2 days that we're in class together. Lizzie has prepared a video about how you can create a WhatsApp class group that is linked in the newsletter. And then talking points, while the class can't message each other, that can help you check in with students and learn about their lives. So how can you keep the community going strong? You've built a lovely community. Your students hang out after class and they exchange phone numbers and they go get coffee together. How can you keep this going strong? Prioritize pair and small group work in every class. This is such low-hanging fruit. When students interact, they get to know each other. It's that simple. And the English Unlocked and Literacy Minnesota curricula have so much pair and small group work built in already, as do most of the resources on the teacher resource page. So there's no need for you to recreate the wheel. We have a ton of resources to support you on this. And you can also ask me or Tamara for help with integrating pair and small group work into your lessons. Continue to check in with students about their successes and their needs throughout the session, and continue to create opportunities for students to just share about their lives. This really is authentic communication, which is our goal in ELA classes. So we don't always need to be hyper-focused on the topic or the content. When we create opportunities for students to connect and share, we really are helping them engage in authentic communication that is really the most efficient and effective way to practice language. I know for me, getting to know the students and seeing them get to know each other is one of my favorite parts of ELA teaching, and I'm going to guess that it's high up there for you too. So let's maximize learning and enjoyment for everyone by prioritizing the development of class community from day one.